Say what? And you are tuned in to Absurdist News. It's good. It's real good. Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Absurdist News, where we're going to toss 5 wacky news articles at you, upon which one of them is fake news. I'm Marks.
I'm Max.
I'm Dave.
And guess who's host this week?
Who?
I don't know. Who's
It's not
host,
me,
guys?
that's for sure.
Well, it's not me either.
It's not me. Nah, just
Wait.
kidding. It's me.
I know you were kidding, but there was just a moment of slight panic where I was like, uh-oh, did we screw up again?
We did not screw up. Don't worry.
Why does this keep happening?
Right?
Every
All right,
time.
Dave, what's the theme of this week? You
Well,
got that a mystery last time. So.
Yeah, I kept it a mystery and for a good reason, because this may be the dumbest theme I ever had. And the theme for this episode, nudity.
Ooh.
Nudity, okay.
Nudity. 5
I'm gonna get
articles as
behind
always.
that,
13.
if you know what I mean.
So 5 articles as always. Of course, one is fake. All the stories have to revolve around someone in the nude.
How nude are we talking?
Like, nude.
Do shoes count as nude?
No?
No,
Why would they count as nude? They're wearing an item of clothing.
Yeah.
right?
I'll just say this. A lot of these stories, if not all, these people are not wearing any pants or underwear. How about that kind of nude?
Okay, I'm on board.
Of course, we're in the Game of Thrones era,
Look, if you have to, Marcus, if you have to wear something outside, if you only get to wear one article of clothing and you have to go outside, it's shoes.
Would it? No, I think I'd go with underwear.
Yeah, I go
You a
with the next
barefoot
pair.
kind of guy? Freak.
I mean, given the location that you're at, like if you're in a city, then okay, maybe shoes have an argument. But if you're like living in like rural Ontario, I'm not living in rural Ontario, but if you're living somewhere where it's just like, well, there's like forests and stuff, then you can just barefoot on the grass.
Yeah, I'm with Marks in this one.
Really?
You
ever been in the forest, Marks?
I mean, I've got a forest in my backyard.
There's a lot more than grass out there.
I know, but
I'd
like
rather have
still.
shoes in a forest than a city.
I mean, how did the hobbits do it in Lord of the Rings?
They have
Ever think about that?
thick feet.
Okay, what about the cavemen? Huh?
They didn't have shoes in general.
Exactly.
They were just
and they
sad
made
all
it
the
work.
time.
Well, no, they didn't sit all the time. Otherwise, hey, we're getting off topic here. Dave, hit
No,
us with
keep
article
it
number
going.
one.
I'm enjoying this.
No. I just looked at how long we've been recording. Dave, hit us with article number
Actually
one.
bonkers if you think shoes are
For the record, I would go-
item.
For the record, I would go with a pair of boxer briefs, but that's neither here or there. Article number
Can I choose a
one.
onesie?
Article number 1. Naked man attempts to board flight at Moscow airport, claims nudity makes him more aerodynamic. A traveler passing through Moscow's airport reportedly claimed to be more aerodynamic while nude shortly after stripping off his clothes and attempting to board a Euro Airlines flight to Crimea. The man, identified as a Moscow area resident born in 1981, made his way through security completely clothed before getting naked sometime ahead of arriving at the boarding gate. Quote, he shouted that he was naked because clothing impairs the aerodynamics of the body. He flies with more agility when undressed, a witness says. A witness did not think the man appeared to be under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident. Representatives for the airport nor Euro Airlines were immediately available for comment.
I mean, okay. Under the presumption that this is true, this had to have been a dare, right?
What do you mean presumption?
You think it's true?
Yeah.
Huh,
Have you ever seen a bird wearing clothes, Marks?
Well, yes, but the fact that the man is going to be on an airplane, aerodynamics does not necessarily play into this, Max.
We don't
He's
know
in the
that.
sky.
I mean, is he going to, like, actually fly? Like, is he a superhuman? Because
Look, maybe he's worried that he needs to parachute down.
Why would he need to parachute down?
Maybe just in case.
hold on. Why would you want to be more aerodynamic if you have to parachute down?
He's got a good point
shit.
there. If you're going to parachute down, you want to stay up as long as possible, right? So you can pull
wanna
the
have
parachute.
The most possible drag.
Oh, maybe he didn't think this one through.
He did not.
Much like it doesn't seem like you thought your argument through. Okay, but the thing is like, the fact that, A, he would go fully clothed, and I'm assuming he didn't have a backup plan for his clothes. Like, he just kind of took them off and then threw them, and it was just like, haha, look at me.
Yeah,
I am nude, he
Of
proclaimed.
everything happening with this guy, backup plan for the clothes.
What he should have done is, you know how those NBA players during warm-ups they just rip off their long pants like one swoop. He should have waited till he got into the plane, taken off, and then in one swell swoop, whoosh, just take off his pants and underwear.
One swell
motion,
swoop.
and one swell swoop.
Just
whoosh.
one swell swoop.
That's right, and boom, you're naked. Now you're more aerodynamic. Now I don't know if he's thinking, if I have clothes and then I go aerodynamic in the plane, it throws off the trajectory. I don't know.
Ooh, that's true.
But that's what he should have done in my book.
Okay, but like, think about it from this perspective. If you were seriously committed to being like, I want to be more aerodynamic on this plane, does it literally make... It doesn't make any sense what he's doing. Like, this has to have been a joke. Or a dare or something. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, why doesn't it make sense?
Well, it's just like, if he was committed to being like aerodynamic and shit like that, right?
Sure.
If he took off his clothes,
Yes.
would he not hold on to his clothes because upon landing at his next destination, he no longer needs to be aerodynamic?
Does it work that way?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm not the one taking my clothes off.
You're the one
to
making
be
these assumptions.
maybe he has a
So-
layover.
A layover?
So he's going back into the sky anyway. Like, why put your clothes back on?
Yikes. That's a big yikes.
All right, on that note, article number 2. Dog pursuit sends naked woman across I-95 in Florida. Stunt drivers on Interstate 95 are still talking about a naked woman they spotted sauntering across the Interstate 95 naked on Friday near Flagler Beach. Quote, the peculiar thing was the lady was pretty calm about the whole thing when she was walking across the street, even though there were vehicles going by, said Richard Griffin, an eyewitness. A red car comes within a couple of feet of her, a pickup breezes by, and just after she crosses, a semi-truck drives past as well. A man who appears to be crossing along with the woman is carrying a dog, and Griffin said the two went across all 6 lanes of the highway to catch it. The man is clothed. Griffin believes the dog had escaped from their car. Quote, people do love their animals, so I can understand that. I just don't know if people unclothe themselves before attempting to save their animals. He said they both made their way back to the car and drove away.
Okay, so the lady must have been naked before the dog escaped, right?
Yes.
I think you can make that assumption.
Why? We don't know. But you can let imaginations run wild. If you choose to.
I don't know if I want to.
In our PG-13 podcast? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Really? We're a PG-13 podcast?
We're far from PG-13. Oh boy. We're actually rated G. So the thing is if you're chasing, first of all, I feel like the crazy part of this story is that she went and chased her dog across the highway. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Really? You ever had a dog before, Marks?
Yeah, I literally have 2 right now.
Do you not
Have you
love
ever-
them? You fucking psychopath?
Have you ever crossed a highway, Max?
I've seen people do it.
It's not the
When?
safest thing.
Yeah, that's why you want to get the dog out of there.
You know, technically speaking, Max's logic makes sense, but like, no.
Here's my question, though. Why are you outside naked? Why can't you
well,
put some
she was
clothes
in a
on?
car, to be fair.
Do you think her being naked makes the car more aerodynamic?
It all comes full circle. But the thing here is like, the one line that's really confusing me right now is that apparently she had a really calm demeanor walking across the highway, naked, going after her dog.
Yes.
Who's calm in that situation?
Her? Maybe she's
She's
comfortable.
already naked, like.
Yeah, maybe she's very positive about her body. So why not be comfortable?
You know how when you're nervous, you're supposed to imagine everyone else naked? She just internalized it.
She gets naked.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I need to be calm. I gotta be naked. Total
Probably
opposite.
walks across highway. Oh
But I mean, you should be calm. You don't want to scare the cars.
You don't want to scare the cars. Yeah, you know how those cars have a phobia of naked people.
Look, if you're a dog on a highway or a car on a highway, you see like a naked woman yelling and screaming.
Okay.
Isn't it a lot harder to like you'd want to run away or run faster if you're a car driving?
You get more distracted. You're looking at the naked woman, and that could cause an accident.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you mean, thank you?
You perfectly proved my point. That's why she has to be calm, to not draw attention to
I
herself.
get what you're saying, but I think the whole fact that she was naked and walking across the highway already undoes that whole argument, because people would be like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's less distracting if the woman's there fully clothed. Like, if you see a woman fully clothed on the side of the road, okay, she probably has car problems, so she's waiting for AAA or something. You drive by
Maybe
and
she thought if she was naked, the cars would slow down.
No, I highly doubt that. You only get...
Marx is picking up what I'm putting down.
And
I don't like that I am.
To my rebuttal to that, if she's in a corner of the red light district, you may have a point. Not in an interstate.
Well, I mean,
Okay, hang on. Here's my question. Are you more likely to startle people if you are A, naked and calm, versus B, clothed and furious?
Clothed and furious.
You think clothed and furious would like distract more people?
You see people that are clothed and furious. You don't see a lot of people that are naked and calm. So I would say naked and calm is more distracting than clothed and furious.
Oh, it's distracting. It's more alarming.
If you're driving,
more.
That's pretty distracting when you're driving.
Wait,
like,
if something is alarming, it's distracting, no?
Yeah, exactly. That's my argument. That's why I'm arguing for furious over naked.
No, yep, that tracks. I hate how I'm actually making sense of all your arguments.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to concede this argument and move on. Because I don't think I'm going to win this one.
All right, Dave, you're up. Next article.
Well, speaking of fear of naked people, naked man
Where this is going.
accused of trying to sling urine on police.
Wait, sling urine?
Sling urine. SLING urine. I'll say the title one more time and then read the article. Naked man accused of trying to sling urine on police. When a naked man tried to break into a convenience store, police responded to the scene, where the suspect allegedly yelled, made rude gestures, and tried to sling urine on them. Staff at the Circle K store were stunned when a naked man showed up at their door Thursday night. The suspect, who has not been identified, was shouting and trying to get inside, according to officials. Staff locked the doors to protect themselves and customers. The man is accused of then urinating on the doors. Police officers were on patrol nearby and responded to the scene. When the suspect saw law enforcement, he turned his attention to them, reportedly walking aggressively toward the two officers while yelling. The suspect is also accused of making rude gestures toward the officers, we don't know what those rude gestures are, and refusing their commands to stop. Police say the man tried to, quote, sling urine, end quote, on them. A third officer came up behind the suspect and tackled him to the ground, but investigators say he put up a fight. The officers eventually deployed a mace to gain control. Several charges were filed against the man, who was listed as a John Doe. He was taken to the hospital to be medically evaluated. Max, to your point, you mentioned about clothed and angry and naked and calm. This guy combined the two. He was naked and aggressive and slinging urine everywhere.
What's that movie
Mark's
where they
got
like
about 18
shoot?
different jokes. Give me
got
a
a bunch
second
too.
to choose
Okay.
which one I'm gonna go with.
Hang on. Let me start mine first.
I'm going to step back and let you guys work.
What's that movie where they like curve bullets?
Wanted.
Oh,
Was it Wanted?
Yes.
No,
What's
it's like
it's
Jesse
the one with Angelina
Eisenberg.
Jolie, right?
Yeah, Wanted.
Sure.
Was it
Oh,
Wanted?
okay.
Look, I'll Google it to be sure, but I'm 100% sure it's Wanted.
I know what
Let
you're
me
talking
Google
about.
it, but I'm 100% sure. But okay, if this guy is slinging his urine, like he's pulling some of that shit right now. Right?
Yeah, like slow-mo, hip motion, 180 degrees.
The cops are like, "Stop! You're under arrest!" And then he just goes, "You're in trouble!" as he slings his urine at
Look,
them.
I'm just thinking it's a high-risk, high-reward kind of scenario. Because obviously,
Okay, go
by
on.
all the laws of the jungle, if you pee on something, you own it. So, from a
he trying to own the
territorial
police?
perspective,
It is wanted, by the way.
Okay, it is one.
if he pisses on one cop, then there's two of them. If he pisses on all the cops, he gets away scot-free. He already owns the fucking doors.
Here's my question: when he's slinging the urines on the cops, is he just going crazy like a water gun, or is he cupping it and then just flinging it right at the
This is what I was
officer?
wondering,
Slinging
like,
does sound
how do
like a
you
cupping
sling?
technique.
No, because what I was imagining, and this is gonna get a little graphic, but you know,
PG-13 mark.
like I'm imagining he's going like little like whip motions, you know?
Are hands involved, or is it just all hip motion?
Is there a thrust? Yeah, I don't know if there's a thrusting going on.
He like
I
turns
really
to the
don't.
side and aggressively flicks forward.
He's spinning around in circles like a sprinkler. You know?
Helicopter dick. Helicopter dick. Oh my god. Okay, Max, hit us with some of those good jokes that you were thinking of.
Oh, I forgot them all.
Oh my god.
I think I had something with John Doe, but I forgot it.
Oh, okay. Well, Max, do you think this is real?
Oh yeah.
I want to believe it's real too. Also,
mean,
Though I
It
am
could
a
be
little,
real.
I am a little skeptical of slinging as a verb.
it's
What would
okay,
you prefer
though.
then?
Well, I mean,
Because-
I guess I don't completely know the scenario, but slinging does seem to. I'm more.
Doesn't seem like the right word.
I will say this: I feel sort of bad, but good for the officer who came up from behind and tackled him.
It's a smart
but-
decision.
It's a very smart decision, yeah, to not get peed on. But it has to be so uncomfortable seeing a naked man just peeing everywhere. I mean,
Okay, wait, Dave.
You're definitely getting urine.
I
on
mean, I've been
yourself,
to a public bathroom.
You had a naked man.
So,
Okay.
Here's another
All right,
question.
Max.
Dave, you said he got maced, right?
Oh, that's one of my.
They
jokes,
deployed mace to gain control. We don't know if they used it or not.
Did they
least
mace his dick?
yeah. Dude, that was one of my jokes. Damn it! It's like, where did they mace him?
Freeze! They don't aim for the eyes. Oh no, it's worse.
Oh
Like,
god.
give him the old 1-2.
the old one too.
Get him the
The
eyes
old-
slide down right in the dick.
That's right. You're spraying him on two heads.
Oh.
Oh, did I cross? Oh, I'm sorry. I went too far. My bad. I guess we're putting
No,
the
I'm
E
just
now
imagining
in
The
explicit.
pain.
That was-
I'm just
that was
imagining
good
the
timing.
pain.
It's like what, 20 minutes before we got an E?
Yeah.
Look at
Well,
that.
I think when I,
Let's go.
I think when I brought up nudity, that crossed that line. All right. So article number
Is
4.
mace worse on your dick or your asshole?
Please don't let that be the title of the episode. Please.
Can we start a GoFundMe to go mace Max's ass?
Yeah, let's do it. If you
Mace
Absurdist
that
News
ass.
would like to see that, why? All right, article number 4
No one's gonna answer. All right.
gets a little crazy. No, we're not answering that. Article number 4: naked peeping Tom wearing Ronald Reagan mask caught on camera in Vestavia Hills.
Okay, this goes back to like what is naked.
All right, well, here we go. This answers. This will go with your question you asked earlier. A Vestavia Hills couple, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, got quite the surprise on New Year's Eve when a nude man wearing a presidential mask creeped into their breezeway. The man, who was naked except for what appeared to be a Ronald Reagan rubber mask covering his head and a sock covering his private parts, ran off when Jersey's Belle's Danielle Yancey and her husband spotted him. Quote, "I know a lot of people are laughing about it, and honestly, I got a chuckle from it later. But at the same time, it's very concerning," Danielle Yancey said. "I don't know what he was planning on doing." The police responded to the scene, but weren't able to find the man. Quote, "It was so cold outside," Yancey said. "The police said he wouldn't last long outside nude like that." She said multiple theories have been discussed, including that it was a dare, a lost bet, or a teenage New Year's Eve party gone out of control. Quote, "He could have been messed up on drugs or alcohol, and in that mindset, you don't know what he would do to someone else," Yancey said.
Marks, what's your theory?
I mean, I understand why he's wearing the sock now if it was so cold outside.
That's not a theory, but go ahead.
I mean, no, it makes sense because it was cold, and you got to keep your stuff warm.
Not the kind of theory I'm going for, but
Okay, well then, what do you mean, Max?
why is he there? Is he on drugs? Is it a teenage party? No, why the fuck is he wearing a sock? Because it's cold out. Thanks, Marks. Maybe it was one of those warm, like fuzzy ones, just to make sure everything's tucked in there.
Listen. If you're gonna pull one of these types of stunts, you gotta protect what's important to you, you know? Like your identity and your private
why
parts.
is he doing this, Mark? So what's your theory?
I don't know, the guy's fucking insane, Max.
I will say this: wearing a Ronald Reagan's mask, it's a bold move.
Maybe it is Ronald Reagan. Maybe that's what
You think
he's up to
so?
these days.
What a twist!
Man, I don't know if that's the president mask I go with though. If I'm going naked across a neighborhood, I would.
But if you're Ronald Reagan
if
and you wear a Reagan
exactly.
mask, no one would expect you to be Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but you got to go with a believable president. Ronald Reagan wouldn't do that. Bill Clinton though.
See, if
If
it's
it was
people
Bill
like
Clinton-
you, which is why if Ronald Reagan did do this, he would wear a Ronald Reagan mask.
That's actually a thing, believe it or not. There was a wrestler named Sting hiding in the crowd, and he was wearing a Sting mask so he could disguise himself. It's great. So it
worked?
And it worked. It worked, yeah. So it's possible Ronald Reagan... You know what, Max, you turned me. Maybe Ronald Reagan was wearing a Ronald Reagan mask.
Ronald Reagan's outside wearing a sock, watching
Yeah.
you from afar.
It's bold move. So you know what? You're right. I take it back.
We got him, boys.
But
Case closed.
Let's bring this one home.
I will say this, Max. So you want to know a theory? My theory is it was a dare. Like someone dared him to go to this house and be all nude with a Ronald Reagan mask and a mitten for the
Yeah, the
for
dick
joints.
sock really gets to me. Makes me think dare.
I mean, like, this does sound like the beginning of like a horror movie, doesn't it? Like a home
does.
invasion type thing.
They all either start off on
it
home
sounds like
invasions or
the
to
beginning
woods.
of Scary Movie, whichever. 7? Is that the next one to come out?
Probably. We're probably at
know.
14 for all I know.
Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dude, I believe all of them, I think.
Oh
Fuck.
jeez.
He thinks.
He thinks.
Have to hear the last
hit
one.
us with the last one.
Article number 5. Teacher on crystal meth strips naked in class and bites 2 students.
Oh shit! The zombie comes back. I thought they put those bath salts away.
Hey, we haven't had an incident in Miami like that probably since last Wednesday. A school teacher was arrested this morning after a drug caused her to strip naked in class and physically assault her students, severely biting 2 of them and injuring 6. According to the Olympia Police Department, 37-year-old Laura James was visibly intoxicated and behaving erratically when she showed up to work this morning. Olympia Police spokesperson Lieutenant Robert Emery described the incident during a press conference. The student said she was screaming and talking in gibberish and then started stripping off her clothes and throwing them around. The students became agitated and scared by their teacher's erratic behavior, and some of them tried to leave the classroom. The naked teacher then turned around very aggressive, started grasping and biting students. The children were only saved by the rapid intervention of another teacher who intervened and was able to subdue Miss James. Laura James now faces a total of 23 criminal charges. The school is also under investigation.
So how do you do crystal meth and show up to work?
Like how she did.
How do you show up to work without doing crystal meth, Marks?
You know, I think you got checkmated, Marks.
Just
know,
get
you're
out
not
of bed
wrong.
and go.
But I'm starting to think that Naked and Furious is the way to startle people the most, because that's kind of the trend in all these articles.
Yeah, you got me there. Well, I believe this one too. Fuck.
I mean, okay, wait. How?
Is this the Breaking
I'm gonna
Bad
tell you,
spinoff?
there is one fake article, so not all. Yeah,
Is this the Breaking Bad spinoff?
yeah,
Walter White goes crazy.
that's right. And he starts biting people too.
Do we have the age of the kids? Like, what age was she teaching?
It does not say the age of the kids according to the
probably
articles.
middle
I'm not
school.
sure.
What?
Why would you say middle school?
Why not?
You got me there, Mark. Max is on a roll today.
Man, Max is just winning all the arguments today.
That's right. Freaking lawyer
Can
over
slow
here.
him down. Because, like, I feel like if this was in high school, I feel like the students probably could have overpowered her. But once again, she was naked and furious, so I don't know about that, actually.
That's right. Naked and Furious.
Naked and furious. Okay, well, Dave, why don't you go through all 5 articles again, and then we can discuss
All right,
which ones
here-
we think.
Here are your naked articles. Article number 1. Oh, hold on, I got a burp. All right, cut that, please. Article number
What fucking
1.
burp was that?
I covered my mouth. You want to burp it in the microphone?
No, that was more of a
Yeah.
burp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know
good,
you were the
buddy?
burp kings of America or Canada.
Burper King.
Jeez. The burp.
Burper King.
The Burper King. Okay, Dave, articles.
Article number 1. Naked man attempts to board flight at Moscow airport. Claims nudity makes him more aerodynamic. Article number 2. Dog pursuit and sends naked woman across I-95 in Florida. Article number 3. Naked man accused of trying to sling urine on police. Article number 4. Naked peeping Tom wearing Ronald Reagan mask caught on camera in Vestavia Hills. And article number 5. Teacher on crystal meth strips naked in class and bites 2 students. Max and Marks, would you please discuss?
Max, I think we're going to have to work backwards here.
There's 2 I want to cross off immediately.
Which ones do you want to cross off immediately?
Crystal meth
I agree with you.
and the slinging urine. I think
The
those are
slinging
both
urine?
true.
Oh no, I don't know anymore. Because the whole like masked Ronald Reagan thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
a
don't.
little
I don't
out
know
there.
anymore. It is a little out there, but also too crossing the I-95 calmly
I
in
am
pursuit
thinking
of a
about
dog.
that one a lot. I think
Like,
that might be
that
my
one's-
front runner.
You think that's your front runner?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I think the slinging urine one.
Really?
I do.
Oh,
I don't-
no, Marks.
What about because okay, the thing is like the whole naked man on a plane in Moscow. Oh no, I'm doubting
That is
this
a tough
one. I
one.
don't know, Max. I don't know.
I think I'm just gonna forget about the Moscow one, so I'm down to 2.
Okay. I
think
think
it's
I'm going
either-
to pick the Moscow one.
I think it's either
I think we'll
Reagan
go
or the I-95 one.
Okay, well, why do you think it would be the Reagan one? Let's think about this.
You know, that's a good decision. If this was fake, they wouldn't give him a dick sock. Or would they?
I don't know. Okay, I know what I'm choosing. I'm choosing the Moscow one. Max, make a decision.
All right, settle down, Chewbacca.
That's the sound of the gears churning in my head. They haven't
Is that
moved
what
in a
you do when
while.
you're writing exams? Just sit there. Teacher looks over. What the fuck? And then does crystal meth and gets naked and attacks you.
You leave my Monday nights alone, all right?
Fuck, I think I gotta go with I-95. Just kind
Okay,
of
you're going
when Dave was
I-95.
reading the article, it just kind of sounded weird to me. Like, I
To
don't
be
know.
fair, I'm not a good reader.
Yeah, but I'm used to it at least. So it sounded weird even for you.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with I-95, yeah.
All right, so Marks, you're going with Moscow, aerodynamic man.
I am.
And
Yes.
Max, you're going with the I-95 guy.
Yes.
All right, so let's run these down.
Oh no.
All
We're
right.
fucked.
Oh, no. Man. I'm so excited. All right, so you guys got this one right. Naked man accused of trying to sling urine on police. It's true.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, it's true.
Yeah, I got it right. Marx is. Okay, never mind.
Well, you guys picked different answers,
That is-
so you didn't
okay,
pick
that
It's
is
true.
fair.
It's true.
I just want to make
Yeah.
fun of Marx.
All right, well, anyways,
straws. Sorry.
Yeah, you
buddy.
are. Naked man accused of trying to sling urine on police. It is true. Website is from fox8live.com. Dog pursuits send naked woman across I-95 in Florida is true.
Damn.
From wesh.com.
Wait, Marx, he said mine second.
I know, I'm fucked.
Naked man peeping Tom wearing Ronald Reagan mask
Oh.
caught on camera in Vestavia Hills. That's true from AL.com.
Wait.
You like that? You like that little twist? I
No.
So
I'm in this.
it comes down to Naked Man on Moscow or Crystal Meth Teacher.
Oh no, it's totally Crystal
Marks,
Meth
I'm
Teacher.
100%
And Marks?
with you, buddy. Like,
And
there's
Marks?
no way it's crystal meth.
Guess what, Marks? Naked
What?
Man attempts to board flight at Moscow airport, claims nudity makes him more aerodynamic, is true.
What?
FoxNews.com. The fake news article for today. My favorite satire website. World News Daily Report. Teacher on crystal meth strips naked in class and bites 2 students. They did say in
Damn
the
it.
article what school it was. I had to remove it because it happened at an elementary school. And I thought I gave it away when I mentioned Lieutenant Robert Emery. If you remember Lieutenant Emery, he's actually the lieutenant in Full Metal Jacket. So I thought I goofed up there,
shit.
but apparently I did not. So today, the host with the most wins again.
Wow.
Oh my god. That was good though. That was actually very challenging. I
I
feel like I had to solve a puzzle or something.
And if you notice, I put the fake article last this time instead of first, which I noticed you two went to the first 2 articles. So
Look at you.
Look at-
I'm on to you, gentlemen.
Look at me after the 4th article being like, yeah, I believe all of those. Got baited.
Oh man. All right. Well, congratulations, Dave. You win this
Yes.
week's Absurdist News.
Yes.
You bamboozled us.
Yeah?
We are not naked, but we are furious. Actually,
When
I
it
don't know
comes
about that
to-
because I
when
don't
it-
know if you're clothed right now.
When it comes to nudity,
Never
I
am.
am king.
King of the nudes.
He probably
That's
has
right,
been
man.
naked
That's a
more
good
than all
title.
of us.
I'm naked right now.
Well, there you go. I'm wearing socks. Okay. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of Absurdist News. If you enjoyed it, then go on to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. We're everywhere, and leave us a rating. Tell people why you love this so much, because then that way people will see our podcast and then they will listen to it more. And also, you can tell your friends. If you think that someone else might enjoy listening to this when they're doing their half-hour commute to work in the morning, then tell them to check us out too. Once again, I've already listed the podcasting platforms. We're everywhere. As a matter of fact, we are also on YouTube now. Take a look at The Lone Few. That's a YouTube channel. We post there every Friday, but don't worry, Absurdist News is going to be sticking around here on Wednesdays. If you want to check out the articles for this week's Absurdist News, then head over to absurdistnews.wordpress.com. I am just now remembering that I haven't updated that website in a while, and so the last 3 episodes I don't think are on there yet. I'm gonna go do that after this. Whoops, that's my bad. I'm sorry, friends. But otherwise, you can head on there. We've also got our contact information on there if you want to get in touch, but you can also follow us on Twitter at absurdist_news. We've been pretty active on there, and if you want to get our attention, then that's a pretty good way to do that.
You know how we tweeted out those Christmas sweaters a little bit ago?
Yeah.
So we're tweeting out
Yeah.
our nudes now, right?
No.
That's what's next.
Get on it, Max.
Look,
mean-
I'll make them tasteful at least.
He's gonna give
You
you.
know, I don't
He's
even
gonna give you a
think I
sneak
want to
peek
be
of August.
exposed to that. Like, I don't need that in my life, Max.
If
I'm
you-
dealing with a lot. That's probably a little too much.
He is dealing with a lot. If you do listen to our podcast, do us a favor. Please rate, review, and subscribe. It would be very helpful.
Yes, incredibly helpful. But otherwise, I think that just about wraps it up. So, next Wednesday, I think I might be the host. To be
Question
determined.
mark?
Question marks?
Look at
Oh.
you. And, well, thank you for listening. I'm Marks.
Max, this is your line.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't read the script. I'm Max.
How many episodes have we been doing?
And I'm Dave.
And we will see you next Wednesday for another episode of Absurdist News. Until then, see you guys later.